Guys, welcome back to our kitchen. Today we're going to make jalebi. It's a sweet dish that's Pakistani, and it's very tasty, sweet, and delicious. So to start off with our recipe here, we're going to start off with 1 cup of just white flour. And we have 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I have 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. They're all going to go in there. And then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of yogurt. Just regular plain yogurt. We'll put that in there. And we're going to add 150 mils of water to this. And we're going to beat this up. Get this all beat up nice and smooth together. Okay, now guys, we're going to add our food coloring, and this is an orange food coloring. You can use a liquid, but I'm using a gel type. We're going to see if this is going to be enough. We're just going to beat it in. You can also do yellow if you want, but we're doing kind of an orangey color for ours. I'm going to add a little bit more, another drop or 2. Come out there. There we go. Let's beat this in. There, it's coming more orangey now and yellow. So I think that color's good. You can make it dark if you like, but we're just going to do ours light. Okay, so now we've got it all beat in, all our color, and this is what it should look like. Kind of just drip off the beater here, or your whisk. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some saran wrap or any plastic wrap, and we're going to cover this batter, and it's going to be covered for 15 minutes. I'm just going to cover it up now, and we want to make sure no air is going to get into it. So we're going to cover it actually down like that so it's covered good. There. We're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we're going to go make our syrup that we're going to put our stuff into. Okay, so now we're going to do part 2. And this part we need about 6 cardamom or 7. And we've got 1½ cup of water. Let's put that in there. And we have 3 cups of sugar, white sugar. We're going to add that into this. And we're making like a syrup. And we're going to turn our burner on high. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Okay, our sugar syrup is thickening here and it's boiling. So now we're going to turn our burner off, and to a low rather. We're going to put it on low, and we're going to let it just simmer here for about 15 seconds, and then we'll turn it off. Okay, so you want to take the syrup, put between your fingers, and see that it's sticking too. So it's not really making a string, so I think it's going to boil a little bit longer. And let it boil for a few more seconds here. Okay, now we're going to get our third part, which is get our oil into our pot here, and we're going to get it heated up to anywhere between 350 and 450, or 375, 450, a medium high anyway. That's what we want to get to. So I'm using electric wok, but you can use any wok on the stove or pot. We'll let that warm up there for us. Okay, so we've had our batter sitting here for 15 minutes. And I've got a piping bag here with a little hole tip on it. You can use a plastic bag and just cut a little bit out or whatever. But we're going to just add our batter into this piping bag here. Our oil is getting up to temperature. Okay, our oil's ready, so let's get our swirler in here. And we want this to get brown, nice and crispy. Some more oil. And we're going to turn it from here. Turn it here. The other side of it, crispy too. 1, 2. Okay, so our jalebi is all crispy here. We're going to take it over and put it into our syrup. And we're going to push it down into our syrup. So it'll get coated in syrup here. We'll make sure it's immersed well. I'm going to take this one out. And we're going to do the same thing. Put it in here as well. Leave for a few seconds, not too long, but we want to make sure it's going to get syrup in it. Okay, we're taking it out. We're going to put it on this paper over here. Any excess will be dripped off. Back on here. There we go. This is our last bit to it, and it's coming nicely. And we'll show you there in a few minutes what it all looks like. Okay guys, our jalebi is done. I just want to say that this is my first time attempting to make this, because when I was in Lahore with my husband, I really enjoyed this as a street food that we would have, and it's so delicious. And I thought, well, I can't buy it in Canada, so I'm going to try to make it at home. And voila, it did turn out. And my husband says it tastes the same as in Lahore. So, ladies, if you live in Canada and you're from Pakistan, and your husband, you would like to have this, you can make it at home. And also Canadian girls, you can try it too. I'm sure that your children and you would love it. Everybody would love it. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Have a great day, and God bless.